What's up, Bonnie?
I didn't put my hand up again. So I want to go back to where you said how the bill works, where you're resentenced to a new range.
Mhm.
Will the juvenile wording, is that how that's going to be if you're a juvenile?
So
You
the
know?
juvenile bill, we're both in the same range. So what we did is the second look bill is an extension of the juvenile bill. Both of them come in at the 10-year mark.
Right. But I don't know that one reads specific to that, I think, because
The juvenile bill looks completely different because they're
Yeah.
responding to a Supreme Court decision.
Exactly. So that one is at 25. So I don't know that they can do that for a juvenile. So I just want to clarify for anybody on here that has a juvenile. I'm not sure how those are going to align.
However,
Have to look
second
into
look
that.
covers everyone. So
Right.
hypothetically,
Right.
I mean, Michigan has to pass the JL-WAP bill. The question is what shape it comes out in because they're responding to a Supreme Court decision. Second look is not in response to a Supreme Court decision, but we have made it so that the alignment. So for example, if they're dealing with a 22-year-old who was part of a commission of an offense, the sentencing alteration or range is very similar to that of JL-WAP. But one of the major problems in Michigan, and I've had a lot of outreach about this, is that there are a lot of people who were sentenced as juveniles, not to JL-WAP, and they currently aren't hearing those cases. They were given virtual life sentences as juveniles, but because it wasn't a life without the possibility of parole sentence, which is the only thing the Supreme Court has addressed, they have not received an invitation to resentencing. And that's a major problem that I imagine second look is probably going to fill a gap in.
That's a super good way to put it because I mean, I know my son falls in that, and at the time, I mean, that was such a hard decision of, do you go for life? Do we accept that? Because in theory, he could have a hearing at 15 years. Michigan already has that statute that if you have a life with a chance of parole or whatever, you get a hearing at 15 years. So that was a consideration, but how do you take that? In your mind, you're thinking you don't want to do that. So now that they're kind of not filling that gap, this is needed. And that can be something that we say in our reason for this to happen as well, that is not being met, that measure's not being there. And this is another way for that to happen.
There are a multitude of reasons that we should pass second look. It's a very, very long list, from the amount of seniors that they have to the juvenile lifers, to the fact that life sentences are not fact-based, to the amount of people with mental illness and physical illness, to the incredible percentage of people who were emerging adults and didn't have a fully developed brain, to the level of trauma and poverty that people have experienced. I mean, there's just to what people have achieved while they are incarcerated, to the specific types of circumstances that drag women into incarceration, for DV instances. I mean, there's a multitude of reasons to pass second look. It's extensive and it's good policy. And so far, everyone that I've spoken to, and I've spoken to a great many people over the last 18 months, understand that. But building that consensus and doing that education takes time. And we've put a lot of time into this. So, we've worked very hard to get the key players on board. Nothing is ever guaranteed, but what I will say is that I am exceedingly hopeful for success on this statute.
I just want to say thank you.
I can assure you that it is completely and utterly my pleasure.
Yes, thank you for all the information.
And I have been reticent to put out bills because it has been ever changing. So by the time you receive something, we were already on to something else because these conversations have been going so fast and furious. But I quite literally just forwarded the final draft to Senator Chang. It takes into consideration the various complaints that have come from people who would oppose us. The hope is that that brings those folks to neutral, and that we're able to proceed with not none, but much less opposition that will not make this bill unable to pass.
Ms. Willis, did you not want to go in the room?
No, I'm sorry. I take care of my elderly dad too at the same time, but no, I'll go in there now.
Oh,
I was just doing something.
I'm trying to figure out how to get you moved.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to, I don't know how to put you in now that it didn't go. Is there someone else that would like to go to record? Dion or Demetrius, are you in a hurry? You
Well,
wanna
let
go,
me ask you,
Dion?
Dion
Which
has
one
his
should I
hand.
do, Dion? Your original?
I'm about to get off of one of these because I was inviting some people to it, so I'm about
Well,
to get it. I'm about to
I'm
get out of it.
sending you with your bro Dion Rigonel, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Demetrius, I just saw the chat. I'm so sorry for your
I'm
loss.
so
Don't
sorry as
answer. I
well.
just saw that you're at a funeral. I'm so sorry for your loss.
We're thinking of you.
So that is the long and the short of Second Look. I will keep everybody updated. We will need you to come to Lansing to testify. We will need you to call legislators. We are going to need you to show up. If you're available on April 12th, put it on your calendar. Please come to Lansing and join us for the press conference for the launch on this bill.
Absolutely.
Nadia can share with you all where to find me if you need me. Bonnie also knows where I dwell. I have to run to another meeting, but I will be back on the 6 o'clock call if you have friends or family who are joining the later call. And I also I wish you all so many blessings. I can't imagine how many years of pain you've endured.
Thank you, Alex.
Oh,
I just want to say thank you so much. And also, if you can send me that again and I will join in. But I just wanted to say thank you so much. I did put something in the chat, and I did hear about your actually, my name is Mrs. Willis. I'm a wrongful conviction advocate here in Michigan, but I also do other prisoners. And I did get a call from Chippewa, and they were so excited. Actually, they didn't even have your name down at the time, but they were so excited about the visit and everything. So I just want to thank you for
Sounds
all the
good.
work that you all are
You
doing.
too.
And I got a lot of calls yesterday, so I thank you all so much.
I am so glad that the incarcerated people who I've had the honor of meeting like me as much as I like them.
Yes, like I say, look, yes, next Attorney General. I already said that for you. But no, we need you here. But I just thank you. Like I said, I thank you so much. And I will be sharing a story with you all. I'm advocating for a very ill gentleman, prisoner that's been in since 1968. He's done over 30 something years under a law that Michigan also said that he could get paroled. They just denied him. I was very upset. We just did the parole again, and this was my first time advocating for him, and they just denied it. And so I will be introducing you to his story, but I will be fighting for him.
We would like to hear that too.
Like I said, the second this bill passes, I have the deepest sympathy for everybody who stands against this bill, because they have no idea the tidal wave that is about to come at them. I'm just gonna get some popcorn and sit back and watch, because
I mean,
they are not ready. They are not ready.
Yes, and MDLC, there's so much things that need to be done. They're in there. I mean, I get complaints, like I say, it's just the guards. I mean, they have lawsuits against them. They're still working. It's just so much going on, the false tickets, and it's just so much.
I mean, Michigan is the home of the largest direct action lawsuit ever won by incarcerated people, by incarcerated women specifically, over that Touch Me money. I mean, the things that have happened in Michigan are just gross. But what I will say is, I actually asked one of my incarcerated friends when I was looking at different jobs about like what I should do. And I was like, should I work on prison conditions, or should I work doing what I'm currently doing? And he said to me, he's like, don't you dare spend your time working to make us a home here. Get us the hell home.
absolutely.
And I was like, all right, we need to work on prison conditions, but this is my focus, because I would prefer them just not to be there at all if I can help it.
Yes, and so I thank you, and thank you, Bonnie, for the invitation for today. And just like I say, I just continue to stay in touch, and I just thank you for this work and the boldness that you have in you.
I mean, between Nadia and Bonnie, I'm just like, oof, okay. Like, okay.
Hello, excuse me, everybody. My son is on the phone. He want to send a message to everybody. Say something, sweetie.
How you doing? I just wanted to say I was listening, and I just say just keep up the good work, and thank you.
Who is it speaking? Who are you?
My son, Donovan Haynes. My son, he's in Conroe. Did you speak up loud? Speak up, baby. Tell him again.
Donovan
Donovan, thank you for joining us.
It's-
Name
you-
sounds-
He wanted to express something to the ladies. What did you want to say, sweetie?
I just want to say.
He said, thank you to all ladies and keep up the good work.
Tell him yes and tell him stay encouraged, 10 toes down.
All right.
Yeah, everybody stay encouraged, and here's the last thing that I'll say before I go. If for any reason we don't pass this legislative session, and I think that we will, actually, knock wood, I think that we will, but if for any reason we don't, I will be back year after year after year until it does.
All right.
And I can
Okay.
see that.
So
in
will
you.
we. I guess we'll have to
Yeah,
come
so
back
we
with
will.
you.
We're not
I'm
giving up.
coming back with you.
Yes, and I can see that boldness in you, and we need that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, please. I'm just playing.
'Cause I
second
just actually
fiddle.
have another place now in
I'm
California.
just playing
and I
second
love-
fiddle to the people I've met of the loved ones
That's
incarcerated.
all right.
That's
You
all
freaking
right.
kidding me?
This our next attorney.
Alex.
This our next attorney general. We gotta start
Did it
campaigning
already.
for
I
her
claimed
too.
it. I
This
claimed
our
it
next
for her.
attorney general.
It's
But
in
I
the
mean,
chat.
no,
I
that
claimed
ain't
it.
nobody voting for my platform. I would treat pardons like Oprah. I'd be like, look under your seats. Like,
Right.
But like I said, we
Nadia,
really-
get a
Nadia
pardon.
or
and You get a
Alexandra, I
pardon,
just have,
and you get a pardon.
I'm sorry, do we have any info on the 12th on what time we should be in Lansing? I mean, I've seen the thing going around about the 12th, but we don't have a whole
Midnight.
lot of.
So I'm
We should
waiting
be
for-
there. We should be there at midnight.
No.
I know that's right.
It's gonna be in the morning. I'm waiting for confirmation from Stephanie Chang's office for what time she can do the press conference. But we
Okay.
will have the Kelly Cawthorn offices. This is also just a great opportunity for all of the advocates to be able to be together. I think I can't speak for everybody here, but what incarceration did to my family is make us feel very isolated. And I
Absolutely.
think it creates a lot of shame around your family. I think it
It
creates a lot
does.
of shame around your life, around your loved one. And I
does.
feel like it's an isolating experience for them, but it's also an isolating experience for the family. And so I would also just like us all to be together.
Okay.
And
What
to
time
feel
will the room
encouraged.
be open, Alex?
9 a.m.
Okay,
So
so
9
let's
a.m.
say 9
Okay.
the latest.
Okay, awesome. And I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Alicia Bowers. I'm on there as iPhone, but yes, my husband is incarcerated. I'm at Muskegon, so we're on year
Oh,
16
great.
of the 30. So
Alicia,
Yes,
please
so-
reach out to me.
I just friend requested you. As soon as I know who people are, I go find them.
Great.
So yes, so awesome. Thank you
I'm
so
friends
much.
with Nadia on Facebook. You can friend me too.
I'm friends
so if
with you
need me-
already, Alexandra.
Yes,
so
I know you did. I know you did.
So yeah, so we're good and yeah, so Teresa Engstrom and I will be there. We're kind of twins, but we will see you all on April 12th, advocating loudly and proudly. So
Yeah,
thank
shout
you
out
so
to the
much.
wives. I mean, like every time I tell you,
Mhm.
you know, it's actually so funny. I was talking to Nadia about this. Turn off the recording real quick.
Uh-oh.